What's up, guys? If you're wondering why I'm wearing a gray shirt in the middle of the summer, we're on the same page. Alright, welcome to episode 3 of my Mega Movie Marathon. We all know why we're here by now, so let's just jump right into it. And in May, I started this month out with Observe and Report. On the 2nd, I watched Wet Hot American Summer. On the 3rd, I watched Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. All one movie, by the way. On the 4th, I watched Moon. On the 5th, I watched Mid-90s. On the 6th, I watched Hell or High Water. On the 7th, I watched Black Klansman. On the 8th, I watched Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. On the 9th, I watched John Wick 3. We all know how I feel about that one. On the 10th, I watched TMNT. On the 11th, I watched Only God Forgives. On the 12th, I saw Detective Pikachu. On the 13th, I watched District 9. On the 14th, I watched A Quiet Place and Snowpiercer. On the 15th, I watched Enemy. On the 16th, I watched Wanted and Only Yesterday. On the 17th, I watched First Reformed. On the 18th, I watched A Serious Man. On the 19th, I watched Batman Under the Red Hood. On the 20th, I watched the 2018 version of Suspiria. On the 21st, I watched the original 1977 version. On the 22nd, I watched Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. On the 23rd, I watched Layer Cake. On the 24th, my birthday, I watched Fargo and The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. On the 25th, I saw Brightburn. On the 26th, I watched The Neighbors. On the 27th, I watched Green Lantern Emerald Knights. On the 28th, I watched The Florida Project. On the 29th, I watched Mississippi Grind. On the 30th, I watched The Perfection. And on the 31st, I saw Godzilla King of Monsters. We all know how I felt about that one too. So, let's talk about some movies. Moon. I watched it on the 4th. It's one that I've been meaning to watch for a while, mainly because I've heard good things, and I love Sam Rockwell. He's one of my favorite actors. I actually recently watched Three Billboards again, and I remember, being real choked up when he finally won his first Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in that. And after watching Moon, I think he should have gotten an Oscar a little quicker. This was a wild sci-fi movie. I really recommend going in without knowing anything about it. I didn't really know anything about it. Obviously, he's on the moon, and he's alone, so can it be exciting? Yes, very. It's on Netflix, so I highly recommend going to check out Moon as soon as you can. On the 12th, I got to see Detective Pikachu, and, it wasn't bad. It's really weird, and I think it's only good if you enjoy Pokemon or have played at least a couple of the games, most likely to completion, because if not, there's not really much for anyone else in this film. The writing isn't great, the acting is not stellar, but seeing the Pokemon is cool and seeing the world with Pokemon inside of it isn't bad. Plus, it looks really, really good, and that's because they shot it on film for some reason. Still doesn't make sense, but I loved it anyways. So the 24th, my birthday, I watched Fargo, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's another Coen Brothers film that, like I said, I think with The Big Lebowski, I could watch that once a day, every day, for the rest of my life, and it'll never get old. I love this movie so much, and if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? You need to go check that out now. It's on Amazon Prime for free. Now you're also probably thinking, Luke, didn't you watch another movie on your birthday? And, yeah, that one. Now, before you attack me, trust me, I know that this is probably one of the worst Fast and the Furious movies ever, but it's just a guilty pleasure. I mean, I grew up watching this series, and I think it's really fun, and it's really stupid, and it was so late at night, I was super sleep deprived, so I was just like, whatever, why not? Let's just watch a really bad movie, Real quick, Brightburn was okay. I think it's still in theaters. You don't have to go see it. I thought about making a video about it, but it wasn't really that great. It's nothing too special. I would say if you were really excited for it, go see it. It's not bad. But if you were iffy on it, you can just wait. And obviously, I want to recommend Mississippi Grind because that has not only Ryan Reynolds, but my man, Ben Mendelsohn. Y'all know I love Ben Mendelsohn, and who doesn't love Ryan Reynolds? So, that's on Netflix too, and it's really good, and they're both really good. They play extremely well off of each other. I really enjoyed the dialogue and the story, and it's another one that's on Netflix, so I highly recommend checking that one out too. That was May. See, this is quick. These are going by fast now that I'm just doing it a month and this way. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Please subscribe and punch that bell so you don't miss the next one. And as always, live Moss. Taco Bell, please sponsor me. I am your biggest fan. I really, really